Hello, my Zentangle friends. This is Barbara Langston, CZT. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and welcome to another session of Not Perfect Zen. I hope you're doing well. It is a beautiful day in the Houston area today, and I really enjoyed my early walk with my dog. I'm up to almost 6,000 steps a day. Woohoo! I'm so happy with that. I'm just doing so much better now that I'm able to walk and exercise and do my strength exercises. So I am grateful for that. Today I'm going to continue with some botanical patterns. Just a reminder, here's my contact information. I love getting emails from you, and I love it when you tag me in your social media posts. All right, we will be using a 3.5-inch tile. This is one that I did recently with my watercolors, but you can use a Zentangle 3.5-inch tile. You can use anything. You don't have to stick to this size, whatever works for you. Micron 01. Graphite pencil. This happens to be a new one that I pulled out of a project pack, and a new tortillion, also known as a blending tool. And let's get started. I want to show you, these are the patterns that I'm going to do today. Hamail by Tina Hunziker, she's a CZT, and Sprigs by Michele Beauchamp, and she's also a CZT. And this is my little tile that I've had for quite some time because I love this pattern, but I actually went and looked at her step outs a little bit closer, and this is more what it should look like, but I still like this too. So just let you know that it's okay to vary your patterns a little bit. I want to show you the practice that I did. So there's that, and there's that, and we'll work this out as I do this tile. So I'm not going to do border, but we could go ahead and do the corner dots. I might try to make it look more like this one. I like having a border and then having your patterns kind of drape over it. So there's my 4 corner dots. So we started with gratitude and appreciation. And now the 4 corner dots. I know you can't see it, but they are on there. I don't want them to come down very much. And then our border. So just going to do this lightly. And it's not necessarily straight. And that's okay. I really like how this tile came out. I love these colors. Okay, so there's our border. And we don't have a string. So we're just going to tangle. And I'm going to zoom in. Okay, there we go. So, tangle. So I'm going to start with Hamail. Okay. And if you look at the step outs, her step outs don't, or I don't follow her step outs, is what I'm trying to say, because I just found it too hard to do. Let me show you on the back. Okay, she starts with kind of a J that goes like this, okay? And then she does another J and another J, okay? Like that. And then it just keeps coming around. This is going to be kind of sloppy, but I get mine looking kind of odd, like I said. And then it comes around, kind of like this. And then it just keeps going. I'm sorry that's sloppy, but just to give you an idea, that's how she does it. I struggle with that. I struggled a lot. And so I looked at video from Melinda Barlow. I followed her videos a lot when I started out with Zentangle. And she suggested starting with a spiral. So let's do it that way. So I like to turn my tile while I'm doing this. I'm trying to keep it about the same width all the way around. This is just a guide, okay, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but just bring it around as big as you want your Hamail or little flower to be, okay? So now with my Micron, the way that Melinda did it is she starts with kind of a petal. So in this area right here, she started with a petal. And now I'm going to do sort of those C marks, okay? But I'm just going to come off of the petal that's next to it. And mine came out much better doing it that way, okay? So we're still doing that J, but it's upside down. Coming back to the center each time. And then this one will kind of line up with the center. Okay, from here on out, I am just going to kind of imagine coming from the center and then connecting. And again, this was the way that Melinda suggested it. She has hundreds of excellent videos for beginners if you're interested. I think she calls her, oops, okay, pay attention, Barbara. She calls her channel Inky Doodles. But it's Melinda Barlow, and I'll put some information in the description. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that because I'm going to come back and do this anyway, okay? So, again, I'm coming from the center and then bringing my petal around. And it just, I've tried coming from up here, but I just find I do better if I'll kind of use that center as a guide. I love this pattern. And I think this is from, I didn't put it down, but it's 2015 maybe? It's an older pattern. Okay, I'm getting them a little bit wider than the others, but it's okay. And then see, here's my guide, my string, if you want, from the spiral. And so now we're just making them smaller until we get down here to the end. Okay, so there's our first one. And I'm going to do another one over here. I think I'm just going to kind of do similar to this tile. And first, let's put our little, just a simple little curved line in the center of each of these petals. And this is a variation because she does not do this on hers. But I saw this on the Mosaic app, and I thought that's really cool. I always look for inspiration. And in the Mosaic app, I find it. Okay, so we're going to do another one here. And again, I'm going to start with that spiral. I think I'm going to, this is a kneaded eraser, and sometimes I need it. Okay, this is fine. And I'm going to do that spiral again. And the perfectionist in me wants me to go slow, so I am. And with this one, as I come around, I'm going to let it get a little bigger because you'll see it done that way also. Okay, and then I've had a couple of these look oval. I don't want it to look oval. So let's bring it around a little bit more. How about that? Okay. And then again, kind of in the center of this, I'm going to start my petal. I'll try not to go so slow, but this is part of what I love is the focus. Okay. If you're new to my channel, I don't speed up any part of my videos, and I don't put music in the background. But you're welcome to speed it up or slow it down. Still kind of making sure I'm coming from the center. And I like on some of these that I've seen, the petals get really tall. Okay. Just keep going. Relax your shoulders. Don't forget to breathe. I find breathing to be very important. Sorry. Coming off. All right. So there's our 2 flowers. Now I'm not going to put those lines inside this one, so we have 2 different ones. And I think I'll have my Sprigs. So this is Sprigs. And I think since we did this one 2 different ways, I'm going to show you both ways that I do Sprigs. I think I'm going to have it come from here, around, and in. And then we're going to R that stem. Okay. So for this one, I'll show you on the back. So you have your stem. And the way she does it in her step outs is she puts 4 lines. And then on the other side, so you have kind of an X, and then just a simple C curve once, twice, 3 times. Okay? So again, we just do 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So I think I'm going to start here. One, 2, and of course you can make these any size. It should kind of meet there. And then on the opposite side, again, just a simple C curve back and forth. Cool. And then the opposite way. One, 2, and 3. In this direction. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We'll do another one down here. You can make it more of a little point if you want. So 1, 2, 3. Opposite side. And you could just put 2, but I'm going to go ahead and put 4 again. 1, 2, and 3. And then here, 1, 2, 3. Mine end up with some odd shapes, and that's just fine. Excuse me. And I did notice on this one that I should have put the petals a little bit closer to the line, but it's okay. Now let's do this one. All right, and I'm going to do this one this way. So you have your two little petals, and then have them meet. And then what I would do is come around and aura that. Okay, so again, our initial little petal, and then aura it. Okay, one more. Okay, so that's my variation. So we'll do it kind of like she does in her step outs. So opposite each other. You could do it this way first. And then add your auras. I used to do this pattern a lot. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and add the border. And I'm going to have it kind of curve and come around. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight. A little curve here. Pick up your pen, go behind. Breathe. Relax your shoulders. Enjoy what you're doing. Draw until you're happy. Remember. All right. I think I'm going to leave this one simple and see what you guys do to embellish it. So let's go ahead and do our shading. And for both of these, I'm going to just go around the tops of these petals and add shading. And these are really pretty with, of course, with colored pencils or adding more watercolors. Okay, I am going to use my eraser to remove those lines. It just kind of bothers me. Okay, it's still coming around. And I'm not adding a lot. Okay, and then at the tops of these petals that are on the outside, I'm going to put just a little bit of shading. Okay, probably won't need it down there. And then just soften that. Pull it up a little bit. Now if you wanted to, you could come put a little bit of shading next to each of these petals as they go behind others. Okay, now I'm gonna just pull this shadow down a little bit. I just think it gives a better shape, the appearance of curve on that petal. Okay, isn't that cool? And again, like I said, if you wanted to, you could come back and shade next to each of these. I'm not going to right now. And then for these petals on this flower, I'm just going to put graphite at the top and bottom of each petal. Okay, and then we're just going to push that toward the center a little bit, but we're not going to fill it up. We want to leave this white in the center. Really makes these look pretty. What, did I miss two? I did. Okay, and soften it, push it into the paper, pull it a little bit toward the center. I hope I wasn't off screen, but okay, so there we go. So let's do the same thing on this flower. Just very softly add a little graphite all the way around. So I'm curious to know which way you like it the most on both the little flowers and the sprigs. Okay, and then I'm just going to put a little bit on these also at the top of the petals. Turning your tile, keep your hand comfortable. Breathe. Relax your shoulders. Just enjoy what you're doing. Don't be afraid to add shading. And I do have a video that shows various ways to do shading if you're interested. I just love what shading does. If you watch the project pack videos, I think it's Molly, she spends as much time shading as she does adding tangles. She likes a lot of shading. Okay, I'm going to put graphite at the top and bottom of these also. I'm kind of staying in this aura, but I don't know how it's going to look when I blend it. Let's try it. Yeah, I'll do it like the others. Go ahead and pull it down. Okay. All right, ready to go. Okay, let's add just some little sprigs. I actually don't know what you call these. A little swirl. All right. So we did our shading. We're gonna initial and sign. Okay, and on the back, I encourage you to put the names, put a date. This is April. This is 04, 02, 25. And I'll put the pattern names on there later. All right, there we go. I was not sure how that one was going to come out. All right, step 8. Let's appreciate it again. Tell yourself, I love my art. It does make a difference. Okay, so we did 2 different ways for Hamail and a couple ways to do sprigs. Very simple tile. Here's that one. And that one. This one is a 4-inch tile, by the way. Enjoy. And no mistakes. Oh, can't see that, can you? All right. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this one. I can hardly wait to see what you do because I'm always amazed and I love it so much. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave comments, share with others, and most importantly, come back again. I love you guys. See you later. Bye.